Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Guns and Guitars, and as promised, today we are at the gun range and we're going to torture test this Pineworld K-5 handgun safe. Now, for those of you guys worried, no, I am not going to destroy a perfectly good handgun safe. This handgun safe did not meet the quality control standards that Pineworld wants, so rather than putting it out on the shelf for you guys to buy, they sent it to me to see how many calibers it can handle. But before we even shoot it with anything, I want to see if it can handle being run over by a Jeep. So, I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, let's get started. Alright, first things first, let's hit it with the Jeep. Go for it. Alright, come down off it if you want. Alright. I'd say it took that like a champ. Alright, first things first, since we hit it with the Jeep, let's see if it'll open. Thought that might happen. Let's see if it'll be pried open. Hey, there we go. Not too bad. Obviously, I took the batteries out for safety purposes, so we'll just be checking it with the key each time. Yeah, it's definitely hot. It smashed a little bit, but it didn't crush. That's cool. Yeah, not exactly quick access anymore, but I guess you could still store valuable items in it. All right, let's shoot it with some bullets. All right, so as with all my torture tests, once it passed the getting run over by a truck, we're gonna move on to 22 long rifle, and we're gonna be shooting some CCI mini mags, so by no means light hitting rounds. We'll just see what it can handle. Looks like nothing passed through. We'll step it up to, I think, 380. My Ruger LCP2. Hopefully I can even hit it with this thing. I don't shoot this gun much because I kind of hate it. Oh yeah, I was definitely hitting it. Those are much bigger dings in it now. But still, there's some shrapnel lodged in there. That's definitely a 380 round right there. All right, well, so far nothing's punched through it. Let's step it up to 9mm. Got my trusty Canik TP9 SF Elite, courteous of one of my viewer friends that I really appreciate. Some are definitely punching through now. See if I can hit a spot that hasn't been hit yet. It punched through in the spots that I'd already been shooting, but you can see down here when I went to some new spots, it wasn't going through. So that's pretty slick. All right, now we're stepping it up again to some 357 Magnum. Oh, that was great. And I am almost 100% sure that every single one of these rounds is going to just punch right through, but we'll see what happens. Try to shoot where I haven't hit yet. All right, well, it's clear that this thing can't handle 357 Magnum, so I don't know if it's worth even stepping up to some larger calibers. So actually, why don't we just go ahead, let's turn it around backwards and we'll just head straight for the 308. What do you guys think? Since we're doing rifle calibers, we moved it back to a whopping 25 yards instead of the 10 yards we were shooting pistols at. We're just going straight to 308. I turned the safe around backwards, and I imagine this is probably just going to obliterate it. I honestly expected those holes to be a lot bigger, but I don't know why, because at this range it should just be punching right through. I bet the exit holes are a lot bigger. Let's go check it out. Knocked it open too. Well, I would say this thing has officially been torture tested. Well guys, I'll be honest, this thing took way more hits than I expected it to. It took 20 rounds of 22 LR back to back. I think we all kind of expected it to be able to take that just fine. It took 380 just fine, 6 rounds of 380. The first round that punched through was 9mm, but it only punched through in the spots that I had already hit with the other rounds. Whenever I took a clean shot in a different spot with the 9mm, it actually didn't penetrate at all. So really, the first round that can penetrate the steel every time was .357 Magnum, and that is actually really impressive. Now, of course, we hit the backside with .308, and it punched through just fine. What else did we expect? But we really just did that for fun. I had my Bear Creek Arsenal AR-15 upper that I was out testing that day anyway, so which I'm going to be reviewing that soon, so make sure that you're subscribed if you want to see that video. Now, I do want to address some things that people brought up in the comments of my original review of the Pineworld K-5, and that's that you guys informed me that you've seen Lockpicking Lawyer and other safe cracking YouTubers get into this handgun safe lickety-split. Now, I want to speak a little bit into that because I want you to have some realistic expectations. If you actually follow those guys' channels, you know that they can get into just about any quick access safe lickety-split. I mean, we're talking 99% of them. And so when we're talking about quick access gun safes, we're not talking about vault style safes that are meant to keep your personal belongings safe from professional thieves. What we're talking about is something that's going to keep your firearms safe and out of the reach of curious kids and their friends when you're not looking. If you want to keep your guns safe from professional thieves, you're going to need a vault style gun safe. And even those only will delay a professional thief for a few minutes, okay? I have a vault style safe that I keep all of my firearms in, with the exception of my home defense firearms that live in a quick access safe. And I've seen professional safe crackers get into my safe in under 10 minutes. So what I want to clarify, and what I said in my original video, is that this type of safe just keeps honest people honest. Now, obviously this type of safe is just meant to keep honest people honest, right? But what really sets this safe apart from anything else in the industry is that if somebody does tamper with it, you get notified via the Wi-Fi push notifications. And that's, I guess I didn't stress that point enough in my original review, is that's what's so awesome about this safe and what makes it the best handgun safe I've ever owned. It's not that it's impossible to get into, it's not because it can take hit from 9mm without punching through. It's because it will notify me if one of my kids or one of their friends tries to get in my safe without my permission. That is priceless. Okay, obviously your first line of defense is to instill good moral character into your kids. That way they can make good choices and help their friends make good choices as well. And your second line of safety is just to make sure that your kids are well trained in proper, safe firearm handling. And only your third line of defense should be storing your firearms in a safe. Now, it's awesome that this thing comes with a fourth line of defense, that it will notify you just in case the first three lines fail. And that's what makes this safe so great. If you guys agree, let me know in the comments. I'm Dan, this is Guns and Guitars, and I'll see you in that next video.